Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? We have one of the biggest fight cards of the entire year, UFC 322, Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev, which is taking place tomorrow, November the 15th, 2025, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have two insane title fights in Valentina Shevchenko versus Wheli, Zhang, and like I just said, Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev. We're going to be breaking down the entire card, starting off with the early prelims, ending with that main event. There has been some changes to the card. I'm glad we waited a little bit, but this is going to be an emergency video. Let's get it done right now and get it opened with oh jeez, I can't even start. Vyacheslav Borshev versus Mateus Camilo. I'm going to go with probably Slaviclaus. A lot of people are underestimating Slaviclaus here. He's had a very good level of competition. Mounted guillotine choke against Terrence McKinney is a big sigh right there, bro. I'm not going to lie. It's a little bit questionable. Tom Nolan had a bit of a problem here going the distance with him. He did crack him really early on, but just couldn't get it done. James Linetop could have won that fight, in my opinion. Chase Hooper got him in a darce. He just looked kind of shit since losing to Mark DeCasey. Doesn't look like a very complete fighter. I guess I will go with Mateus Camilo. He did look pretty good in the regional scene. He looked okay against Gabe Green. He did gas out quite quickly, though. If I was being realistic with you guys, I would tell you to probably look for this fight not to go the distance. I would see this fight ending within the first two rounds. Either Borshev is going to get choked out or Camilo will be getting knocked out. I don't see this going 3 rounds. I don't see a decision happening. Borshev is one of those guys that always has exciting fights. He tries to push the pace, get that performance of the night or the fight of the night bonus. Has happened, I believe, a couple of times in his career so far. 3 times, excuse me. And he's trying to put the pressure on. Hasn't looked the same since. We're going to go with Mateus Camilo, I guess. Again, iffy fight. I would say Borshev as an underdog is probably the value. I understand he's 8-6, but Mateus Camilo, you know, he's lost to fucking Eric Mercado, or Mercado, excuse me. And that was a guy who can barely fight on his own. I'm going to just say stay away if you're on the betting side. Next in the prelims, Sursakayev versus Eric Makhachev. You see how I didn't even try that first name? Baisingur Sursakayev. I think that's his name, but I don't want to butcher it. Sursakayev is going to win probably by first round finish. Very high level finisher. Very complete UFC fighter. I'm not going to lie. Has looked very good in the grappling game. The Muay Thai is beautiful. Very good body kicks. Very good front kicks. Very good teep kicks. And he's got a whole lot of pressure and a whole lot of power. He's at 185. He did weigh in at 185.2, giving him that 0.2 advantage. No, I'm just kidding. Like, I don't know why we're weighing in at point numbers anymore. Sure, I guess bring back the exact scales. Eric Makhachev is at a bit of a disadvantage here. He's lacking the reach, lacking the height. He is a bit of a frame disadvantage, in my opinion. Makhachev being a little bit more lanky. I'm looking for Sursakayev here to get it done, probably via knockout. I understand that he got a rear naked choke against Eric Nolan last time around, but he cracked Nolan pretty fucking bad. And Nolan's the guy's a little bit too tough for his own good. He got hurt pretty bad, ended up giving up his back. Ended up getting submitted. Eric Makhachev is a guy that's going to have to fight in the fire if he wants to win this fight. Ended up getting knocked out by Ruzaboyev, I believe, in the second round. It was the second round very quickly. But Sursakayev here should be able to find the shot very early on. I'm going to say under half a round. If you can bet that somewhere, probably at plus 300, I would say that's probably value. Makhachev shouldn't be able to last over 5 minutes in the cage. I'd say the fight ends in round 1. Give me Sursakayev all day. Again, he's 24 years of age, 11 years on the elder Eric Makhachev. A lot faster. Haven't seen him get clipped that bad yet, and when he does get clipped, he does rally quite well. He isn't a guy that puts off the pressure. He does let himself recuperate a little bit. Even though I haven't seen him get pushed up against the cage yet by some guy, Eric Makhachev, not going to be the guy to do it. Next on the prelims, not bad. Angela Hill versus Fatima Klein. This is a fantastic fight. Now, in my opinion, Fatima Klein a little bit overvalued here as a minus 550 favorite. Who has she knocked out? Melissa Martinez and Victoria Dudakova. These are not the type of wins that get you the minus 550 tag, if I'm being 100% honest. She got ragdolled by Jasmine Jashavicius. She was getting tagged up on the feet a little bit. She looked okay in Invicta. CFFC, sure, she became champion against who? Bums, 8-5, 5-5. This girl also, by the way, look at her wins. Sandra Camaro, 2-8. The other girl she fought. Split decision 6-2. The other girl she fought split decision 2-1. Yeah, yike. By the way, that's a dude. I'm just going to go ahead and say probably Angela Hill covers 3.5 rounds, plus 3.5 in your books. If that's what you're looking for, if you're looking for some bets, I would place that. If I'm being 100% honest here, I'm going to go with Angela Hill. I just don't see Fatima Klein as a high-level ranking prospect. I don't see Fatima Klein bashing into the fucking top 15 here, especially against an absolute vet like Angela Hill. Fatima Klein's going to be dealing with absolute vet status for the first 2 rounds. Hill does look quite bad now in the 3rd round. She has always had this kind of like iffy look about her throughout most of her career. When it comes to later rounds, she does look a little bit off. That is why some judges do not give her the decision. But I would say in this instance, this is a perfect fight for Angela Hill. I think she's going to be able to piece her up. I think the point fighting is going to be very, very detrimental here. I think Fatima Klein's going to look for the big shots, look for the knockout, especially because she's got 2 in a row. She ain't getting out on Angela Hill. I know a lot of people are thinking it. It's not coming. I'm telling you, the big shots are not coming. And I'm going to stick with Angela Hill here as the vet to get it done. I mean, if you're being realistic with yourself, the amount of times that Angela Hill has been an underdog, she has cashed many of the times. And she did just fight Yasmin Lucindo, got beat up a little bit. Tabitha Ricci got beat up a little bit. Ketlin Souza split. Luana Pinheiro, she got her first ever submission in the UFC. There's a lot of good things going for Angela Hill. I think her ground game's improved as well. Fatima Klein, if she gets tripped to the ground, she hasn't shown really any improvement to get up to her feet. Angela Hill's been in the game for a long time. I think it's there. I think the grappling can be an advantage. Let's go with Angela Hill. Next on the prelims, we have Shepe Mariscal versus Pat Sabatini. Now, this is a red flag fight for me, if I'm going to be honest. Shepe Mariscal, level of competition a little bit iffy. Pat Sabatini recently has kind of broken into a new sweep. He's been doing a lot of grappling, a lot of wrestling work. He's looked really good. Only 2 losses in his career. Damon Jackson clipped him and put him out. Diego Lopez put him out instantly. The rest of his career has been pretty impressive inside the UFC. Got brought in, heel hooked Jamal Emmers in the 1st round, which is really impressive. Lucas Almeida got arm triangled in the 2nd round after taking some punishment. A lot of good things going for him on the ground. Jordan Brito couldn't get up. Shepe Mariscal, you're in for a little bit of a fight here because you have Shepe who's really good at the wrestling. Will he allow this guy to bully him? Probably not. And Pat Sabatini is a guy who I don't know if he needs the bully. Okay, he's got really good submissions. He's really slick, and Shepe Mariscal's been submitted before. I know not here, but he has been submitted in grappling. I believe there's a match online that he's been submitted in. And it gives me a little bit of a worry because if Shepe cannot stop the offense of Pat Sabatini in the ground, it's a fucking bad night for Shepe. And Shepe's had some questionable fights, man. He had a fight against, where was it? Morgan Charrier. That split decision, I picked it for Shepe, but could have gone the other way. Damon Jackson, Ricardo Ramos. These are like questionable wins. It's not questionable wins, but against questionable competition. You're not really looking at high-level competition. Trevor Peek, a guy who's known to gas out after the 1st round. Jack Jenkins, a guy who cracked his fucking arm in the 2nd round and broke it, dislocated it. Morgan Charrier, he took on the decision, looked a little bit questionable in that 3rd round, a little bit gas. Pat Sabatini here is not going to gas in the grappling, man. He's going to look for it the entire time. He's going to try and get him to the ground. He's going to try and see what's up. I think I'm going to go with my heart. I'm going to go with that. What I've been thinking since the start of the week. And I'm just going to stay away from what a lot of people like and the big name. And I'm going to go with Pat Sabatini. I think Pat Sabatini keeps his number 15 ranking, at least what Tapology says. I don't know if he's actually number 15. But Shepe Mariscal here, I don't know if this is the breakthrough fight, man. This is a hard test. Pat Sabatini's been in the UFC for a fucking long time. He's been in the UFC for almost 4 years. And he's coming from CFFC, champ. Beat up Damon Blackshear. Very, very, very good on the ground, bro. He's just very slick. He knows how to keep you there. If he gets you to the ground, you ain't moving. And if you try to move, you're getting put in a submission threat. I'm going to go with Pat Sabatini here. I think as a small favorite, there's a lot of value here. Shepe Mariscal, we don't really know how he does against really good grapplers. Yes, he beat up Damon Jackson. It's Damon Jackson. He doesn't really look that good anyway. I'm going to go with Pat Sabatini, who's actually got half a brain on his feet, to at least give Shepe Mariscal a bit of a problem. If he doesn't win the 1st round, live bet the fuck out of Mariscal because there's going to be a big problem coming in that 2nd round. because he's going to put everything out there and just try and win it. Next on the prelims, Jared Mearshart versus Kyle Dawkins. We're going to go with Kyle Dawkins to win probably in the first round. Under 1.5 rounds probably seems good. But Kyle Dawkins inside distance is what the pick's going to be. He's going to win no matter what. Jared Mearshart is not that good. Had a questionable fight against Renier de Ridder. Gave him probably the hardest test of his career other than Brendan Allen. Exposed the fact that he cannot fucking strike for shit. He has a terrible gas tank. And yet still I bet Renier de Ridder on that fight night. Now we have Jared Mearshart, who just got knocked out by Michael Jacek. Got cracked by Brad Tavares. Didn't go down though. Renier de Ridder cracked him pretty good, and eventually submitted him. If Brian Barberena is getting choked out, I mean, that's like your best win in your fucking last 3 years. I don't know what to tell you. I genuinely don't. Bam Bam's not even in the fucking UFC anymore, I don't think, after that. He got submitted by Jared Mearshart. They're like, oh, okay, you need to go. You need to go right now. There's nothing we can do for you. There's not a whole lot left. It's really unfortunate, but you have to leave. It's the only way to send you off. You have to lose to Jared Mearshart. And that's very, very understandable. But Kyle Dawkins, let me tell you, if anyone's getting retired on Saturday night, GM3 is going the fuck out. I'm telling you that right now. He's getting put out. Kyle Dawkins, knockout or submission, all day. Next on the prelims, we have Malcolm Wellmaker versus UFC newcomer Ethan Ewing, who just fought a couple weeks ago. Excuse me, last week. Not even fucking 7 days ago yet. We still have till 2 a.m. till this is a fucking 7-day fucking fight window. But Malcolm Wellmaker making his second or third UFC appearance against Ethan Ewing, a guy who just won Uriah Faber's A1 combat against Billy Brandt, who's absolutely fucking terrible. Billy Brandt's the guy who was on the Contender Series a little while ago against Cody Haddon. He was talking shit with Dana White the whole time, ended up getting submitted and then looked all depressed. Ended up getting knocked out last Saturday. And now we have this shit where Malcolm Wellmaker comes in and Ethan Ewing is like, oh yeah, I got this, brother. I'm gonna be real right now. I'm gonna be 100% real. The last guy didn't fucking have it. Who was the last guy they had in? Cody Haddon? Yeah. The guy that Billy Brandt fought. Cody Haddon. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you right now. Cody Haddon made a fucking business decision. I'm gonna be real right now. Cody, let me talk to you guys for a second. Cody Haddon made a fucking business decision. That boy did not want to get smoked by Malcolm. I can't even talk right now. That boy did not want to get smoked by Malcolm Wellmaker, and that's very understandable. You want a career? You want to move actually at 145 at featherweight? That's totally understandable. I get it. Or 135, whatever it is. Fuck. I totally get it. He's a bantamweight, but this is at 145 for some reason because this guy couldn't make weight. That's good. He's on 7 days. What do you want? He's going to get smoked. Okay? He's going to get smoked. Ewing's going to go out first round. He's getting left hook to the fucking chin or right hook, whatever the fuck it is. Night-night. Ewing's getting night-night. That's all it is to it. Ethan Ewing, step back right hook for Malcolm Wellmaker, putting him out in the first round. I'll lose my voice for the 3rd time in a row. And, yeah, it's not even I don't even know why we're talking about. Malcolm Wellmaker is a lock. Next on the prelims, Aaron Blanchfield versus Tracy Cortez. Now, a lot of people are staying away from Tracy Cortez. I'm going to go with Tracy Cortez. She won the first bout with the 2. A lot of people were, questionable about that fight. I thought Tracy Cortez won. Stronger shots, looked a little better. Controlled the grappling in rounds 1 and 2. Aaron looked okay in round 3. If you want to go by old scoring, Tracy Cortez won that fight all day. If you want to go by now standards, Tracy Cortez inside the UFC, she has not lost a fight since her first fight ever as a pro, okay? Hold on for a second. She fought Rose Namajunas on what? A week notice? How short of a notice was she? Here, let's look it up. How short notice was Tracy Cortez versus Rose? I can't even spell Rose right. 2 weeks. She was on 2 weeks notice for former champ Rose Namajunas, who, by the way, knocked out Wheli Zhang. And, by the way, won a second fight to a split decision. Just for the record. So, I'm going to give Tracy Cortez a fucking pass. She gets a hall pass this time around. I'm going to tell you what. Aaron Blanchfield, I fucking hate her. She looked so bad against Manon Fiorot. She had no no whatsoever defense for the aggressive striking. Let me tell you, Tracy Cortez is going to be aggressive. She's going to throw that striking out there, and she's going to be wrestle fucking Aaron into the ground. Aaron's going to love the wrestling. She's going to be like, oh, this is my realm. Not when you're getting punched in the skull. It's your realm when you're controlling. She ain't going to be controlling shit. Tracy Cortez is going to be all over her. And I'm telling you right now, Tracy Cortez is going to be the dog on Saturday night. She is the dog that will bark. She is 205. Let me see you fucking smash that shit, because I will be betting at least a little bit on it. There is no way in my brain that I see Tracy Cortez losing this fight. She already won the first one. Aaron's going to be thinking about that the whole time. Tracy Cortez is going to be thinking about that she's the fucking, the top bitch. She's going to keep moving forward, keep throwing those big hands, keep fucking wrestle fucking her. She wins the first round, man. She's winning the next one. There's no fucking way. She's just going to be on a hype train. She's going to keep moving forward. People are going to be chanting her name. Even though Aaron Blanchfield is going to be the hometown girl, I'm telling you right now, Cortez is a dog, bro. She's going to come out there and beat the shit out of her. Jasmine Dash, the vicious, didn't even stand a chance against Tracy Cortez. I'm telling you right now, Aaron Blanchfield gets smoked on Saturday night. Get the fuck out of here. Next on the prelims, Roman Kopylov versus Gregory Robocop Rodriguez. And we're going to go with Robocop to get it done. I don't know how you really can't. I mean, I guess I can see why you would pick against Robocop. A lot of scarring damage. If this does end up going to decision, I can see Roman Kopylov winning due to damage. There is a lot of scarring tissue on Gregory Robocop Rodriguez's skull. He does bleed very easily on his forehead. He's kind of like a Nick Diaz. He always opens up. Roman Kopylov doesn't really bleed all that often, but if Robocop clips you, he's going to put you out. He just put out Jack Hermanson, who's a fucking big win, by the way. Meanwhile, the guy's face was covered in blood. I'm going to say that Roman Kopylov probably ends up getting clipped. Robocop is not going to just sit there and eat those leg kicks. He will eventually give up in the long-range attack. He will move forward, and he will force himself against Kopylov against the cage. I don't think Kopylov's counter-striking is all that good. He was getting pieced up by Chris Curtis before he got him last second with that head kick. Paulo Costa kind of beat him up too. Really good kicks, really good pressure. Robocop doesn't exactly have the kicks. He has the grappling. He has the advantage when it comes to being able to mix it up. I'm going to say Robocop forces it on him and gets it done as a minus 185 favorite. I think his frame's just a little bit better too for the weight class as well. I think Roman Kopylov has a bit of an issue when it comes to bigger guys. I think Robocop gets it done. Now, this is a fucking bad fight. Next, the highlighted prelim of the evening, meaning they want a finish on this fight, which is fucking weird. Bo Nickel versus Adolfo Vieira. This fight should be changed. This top of the prelim should be changed. ASAP. Should be Robocop and Kopylov, in my opinion. This is a bad fight. They're still trying to fucking put Bo Nickel out there. I'm going to tell you what. If Adolfo Vieira shows up on Saturday night, he's going to submit Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel's a cocky fuck, and he really might just try and stand in with Adolfo Vieira because he might be really scared of that ground game, man. I'm going to be real. I would not get close to Vieira, man. If I understand Bo Nickel really thinks that American wrestling is probably so much better. I'm going to tell you what. In my opinion, it is. But you have Vieira who can submit you from literally anywhere. I don't think he gives a fuck if he's on his back. And he's got really good sweeps. He's got really good butterfly guard. Fuck. I don't know, man. I'm gonna say Bo Nickel wins, but this is a really questionable fight, man. You're gonna see if Bo Nickel loses this fight. This is like never like predict again territory. Like never talk about his fights again, because this is a fight that Bo Nickel should keep on the feet and knock him out. You have to knock him out. You can't. You cannot. You cannot go to decision with this guy. He's going to win on points. He's going to end up sweeping you or something, and just you're going to get fucked. I'm telling you right now, he's going to get stuck. That's going to end up being a bad spot for him. I'm going to go with Bo Nickel, but he needs to finish him. Bo Nickel inside distance, probably. Vieira cannot. This guy just eventually gets you, man. He's got so much cardio. He's a black belt. Like, that's all he does. That's all his fucking thing is. But Andre Petroski stood on his feet, counter-wrestled him. I can see Bo Nickel doing it. just stay away from this fight probably. Start off the main card, a very good fight. Beneil Dariush versus Benoit Saint Denis. We're going with Benoit Saint Denis to get it done against Beneil Dariush. We're going to say round 1 or round 2 finish. Under 1.5 rounds probably seems good. But it will be inside distance for Benoit Saint Denis. He will probably end up submitting Beneil Dariush after cracking him with some good shots. Beneil Dariush, after his last fight with Renato Moicano, I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. You can go watch the reaction too if you want. You can go watch the live. He did not want to be in there. He didn't. He said, all glory to God. He looked depressed. He did look like he did not want to be in that ring. He looked like he wanted to be home. He looked like he's doing this purely for the money. And I'm going to tell you what, Benoit Saint Denis is not doing this for the money. Benoit Saint Denis is doing this for the fucking glory. Benoit Saint Denis is doing this because he's a fucking Green Beret who's ready to go to fucking war. And this guy's ready to go to war against Beneil Dariush. I'm going to tell you what, he's going to take this fucking Californian ass out. He's going to fucking choke his ass completely out. I'm going to say Beneil Dariush gets choked out. Benoit Saint Denis stands over his top of his dead body and fucking kisses to the world, bro. Because there's not a way in shit that I see Beneil Dariush making it through the first round, honestly. I know I said it ends in round 1 or 2. That's just insurance, man. Beneil Dariush is getting clipped bad. It's going to happen quick. Renato Moicano's fucking shit. And the fact that people think he's good is fucking crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm telling you right now, he's going to get nuked. He's going to get fucking nuked. Give me Benoit Saint Denis all day to end up finishing Beneil Dariush. There, sorry. I was just thinking about how Beneil can win. There is no way. This guy gets clipped all too often. Next on the main card, Leon Rocky Edwards versus Carlos Prates, the Nightmare. I mean, you gotta go with Cigarette Boy. I just don't see Leon Rocky doing shit after the fights with Kamaru, the fights with Colby. He had that fight with Sean Brady, got guillotined, Bilal Muhammad. It's just like kind of shit. If I'm being 100% real, it's just bad. It's not good. There's no good win. Realistically, Kamaru Usman's kind of on the down tail. He also didn't look the same because he just got head kicked. He came back a little bit earlier than I thought he would. Only 7 months or whatever it was. It's a bit of a problem for me to see Edwards as well because he's a guy who kind of gives up. He's similar in my opinion to Charles Oliveira. He's one of those guys that just kind of started falling apart in fights. Like he when he loses the first couple rounds, he just kind of gives up. And this is going to be a 3-round fight for the first time, and I think in a little while. And for Edwards, this is kind of a position where you're getting close to like a red alert status. Like Carlos Prates is a fucking dangerous contender, man. And if you lose to this guy, they're going to give you another dangerous contender. And if you can't beat that guy, you're about to get dropped out of the rankings. And you're about to get to a position where you really do not want to be in the UFC anymore. Because you're going to they're not giving you cans anymore. There is no can opportunity for Leon Rocky Edwards. If he cannot beat Carlos Prates in a striking matchup, in a position where technically Leon Rocky Edwards should be at an advantage in this position. Even though Carlos Prates is really nasty, he gets the knockouts, he did not do very well against Ian Machado Gary until the last little bit. And that is because Ian Machado Gary played a very strategic game, kept space, used his kicks, countered most of the shots, didn't stay in range. Edwards doesn't do that all the too often. He used to, but he likes to get in firefights now. He wants the glory. He wants the big head kick knockout. That just isn't what it is anymore. And I'm going to say Carlos Prates knocks him out. I think this is a position for Rocky where he's going to get outranged. He's going to get outgunned. And I think Carlos Prates always ends up finding the knockout. He always ends up finding the perfect shot. And I think Edwards has been rocked so many times. He's been rocked by Nate Diaz. He's been rocked by 1-2s. He backs up with his head in the air sometimes. He's very vulnerable to a right hook, and Carlos Prates has a mean fucking right hook. That's how you put the leech out. Or I guess it was right hand and left hook. But let me tell you, the spinning elbows there too. I'm going to say it's a problem. I'm going to say it's a problem for Edwards, and I'm going to say he gets put out. I'm going to give me Carlos Prates to win by knockout or decision over top of Leon Rocky Edwards, which is probably going to pay you $150 because Carlos Prates has a couple submissions in his record. None in the UFC, but they are in existence. Now we're going to move on next on the main card, Sean Brady versus Michael Morales. I'm going with Sean Brady just to control Michael Morales. You really haven't seen a whole lot about Michael Morales, genuinely. A lot of first-round knockouts. Sean Brady did get knocked out by Bilal Muhammad, but he kind of just gassed out in that fight, was taking too much damage in the first round, and ended up getting pieced up until the ref stopped it around the end of round 2. He looks pretty good. Looked awfully good against Leon Edwards. Edwards was keeping range quite well, but if Michael Morales can stop takedowns, he's going to end up knocking out Sean Brady. This is one of those fights where I'm going to say probably goes under 2.5 rounds. You're probably going to see a finish no matter what. I would say that this is a big position for Sean Brady. If he can get this done, this is a huge win for him. And I'm going to say he probably does get it done. I'm going to go with Sean Brady to end up winning because of the fact that the grappling is there. The mix of capabilities there. Sean cannot strike with Michael Morales whatsoever, but he can probably take a little bit of damage, initiate some stuff, and then try and get in there and get the takedown that he's looking for, which will definitely come eventually because Michael Morales does not have what it seems is long-range cardio. Sean Brady does, so I'm going to go with Sean Brady just to get it done. I would be a little bit concerned about Michael Morales. Very devastating power, very, very, very devastating recently, but he's been knocking a couple of old guys kind of looking like Jake Paul, so give him someone actually with a little bit of talent left in the pool. They all have talent, excuse me, but, you know, a little bit of fucking life, okay? A little bit of life, because these guys the guys that he's knocking out don't have life anymore. Neil Magny and Gilbert Burns are kind of dead at this point. I'm going to go with Sean Brady. Let's go. Co-main event of the evening, Valentina Shevchenko versus Wheli Zhang. Jesus, I have to keep fucking clearing my throat every 2 seconds. It's probably because it's 12 a.m. I'm going to go with the Magnum to get it done. Wheli Zhang, listen, she's very complete. The grappling is there. Valentina's very good counter grappling, but, you know, Alexa Grasso being able to finish her is kind of fucking a red flag, bro. Her back takes are really good, and Wheli Zhang's got really good wrestling, really good judo. She's always in the PI. She's always working. She's got really, really good cardio. And I'm just a little bit concerned with Valentina, man. She's kind of on the down, to be honest. Like, she didn't look that good against Manafira. Well, she did, and she didn't. She looked okay against Alexa Grasso in the split draw. I thought she won that fight, but still, she still lost a couple rounds to Alexa Grasso, who I think is a little bit of a bum. Talia Santos had a split decision against her. Laura Murphy's low-key shit. Jessica Andrade, she doesn't have any grappling. You know, Ketlin Kamara or Sarah Minera or whatever the fuck her name is doesn't have any grappling. Wheli Zhang is grappling, man. This is going to be a really high-level fight. I think Wheli Zhang's put on the weight perfectly. She looks really good. She looks really fast. She still looks like she's got perfect hands. She's got really good power. Her kicks look beautiful. A little bit faster than what Shevchenko has putting out. And I'm going to go with Wheli Zhang getting it done. I think as an underdog, she's a perfect pick here. I think the last time around against Tatiana Suarez, she kind of proved that the grappling is a little bit overrated for some people. I think that she proves that her ability to adapt to situations is just so much more powerful than what their game plan is. And her game plan is to just, whatever happens, let's just figure it out and let's go. And I think Wheli Zhang against Valentina there, Shevchenko has a very specific game plan, and if Wheli Zhang figures it out early, she starts putting it together, rounds 2, 3, 4, 5, they might all be hers because Valentina can probably only win the first round. I think Wheli Zhang's just too smart. Her fight IQ is too large, and she's just too well aware of what the situation is. She wants this really bad. This is going to be a huge thing for her. Valentina's been a champ for a long time. Wheli Zhang, champ for a long time, but doesn't have the status that Valentina has. So Valentina was champ for 7 fights in a row. 7 defenses is fucking crazy, okay? Wheli Zhang doesn't have that many rubies. She can start. She can definitely start. I'm going to go with Wheli Zhang winning double champ status and getting it done against Valentina, the Bullet, Shevchenko. This is GOAT versus GOAT. GOAT Strawweight versus GOAT Flyweight, and this is going to be the most exciting fight of the entire night. I'm going to be 100% honest. Let's go Wheli Zhang. Now, the main event of the evening. If you guys did enjoy this, drop a like, drop a sub, helps me out, gets you guys in the algorithm. Let's get it. And we're going to be live for the entire fight card, where we have Jack Della Maddalena take on Islam Makhachev in the main event, and we're going to go with Islam Makhachev to get it done. I mean, I don't know how you can't see that coming. I'm going to go with submission. I think Jack Della Maddalena on the ground's a little bit questionable. Gilbert Burns was able to get him to the ground, and he was gassed. Eventually, Jack Della Maddalena did end up turning on him, but Islam Makhachev has been in those situations his entire life. This is exactly the type of fight he trains for. He's not going to stand with Jack Della Maddalena like Bilal Muhammad did, and Bilal Muhammad found success, by the way. Islam Makhachev is quite good in the striking as well. Has some success, against Alexander Volkanovski, who's a very, very high-level striker, in my opinion. I understand he's down a weight class, but still, very high-level striker. Had a lot of success against Islam, and he eventually was able to, figure it out in the later rounds. Did get clipped, but still figured it out in the later rounds, was dodging quite well. Jack Della Maddalena here, very, very high-level boxing, multi-level combinations, puts in probably 3 or 4 shots per combination no matter what. Very quick, very strong, a lot of body work, a lot of investments late for the fights. Islam Makhachev here, not going to be getting ripped to the body. He's going to be, working for those takedowns, immediately ripping Jack Della Maddalena probably to the cage, probably working on a single leg, working on some trips, maybe working on some judo throws, and he's going to be giving Jack Della Maddalena all the pressure. He's going to be putting everything on him. If he's actually on creatine for the first time in his life, I'll tell you what, his fucking cardio is going to be better, his muscles are going to feel better. He'll be very, very strong in this fight. I'm going to give Islam Makhachev every advantage in this fight, except for the boxing. Give me Islam Makhachev to get it done. I think the leg kicks from Islam are very possible too. Try and slow the movement down of Jack. Maybe get him to stand still and bang a little bit more, and then you can go in for the takedowns a little bit easier. I think Jack Della Maddalena is in a little bit of a problem, though. I think a Kimura or arm triangle's coming. I think Jack Della, with that nose all busted up, Islam can drop a couple elbows, bust it even more. Can't breathe, won't win the fight. Give me Islam all day. That's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you have not already. This is all I had for my predictions and breakdowns. Tried to make it a little bit short, but I did go on a little bit of a tangent. But I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys all later. Have a fantastic rest of your night. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.